What's up, you guys? So, as you can see, I'm in like this art shed. Very, very cute. It's in this Alma cafe, which is, they have like an art gallery. They have to see these painting stuff, paintbrushes and art stuff and whatever. A bunch of art tools. So, I wanted to talk today about gaining investors for your project, for your startup company, for your real estate project. Sorry that I look so weird. So part of my plan for moving down to South America and living this like kind of cheaper lifestyle was because I was trying to buy myself more time, because I had bought 2 properties, and the way that I financed the 2 properties in Texas that I had bought was through getting bank loans. And there is a really rigorous process for getting bank loans, and I needed to show that I had a job and income, and I needed to like go through all my assets and this and that. And so it takes a while, and then like you end up paying a lot more than the cost of the actual property, because you're paying in interest and you're like paying all these closing costs and whatever. So I don't know, I just didn't want to be stuck in the US anymore working all these jobs in order to pay this expensive US lifestyle, when I realized I could fast track everything by moving out of the US, living in a very cheap place compared to where I was living, and spending that time thinking about ways and reading as much as I possibly could about raising investment capital so that I can do these projects in a much faster, cheaper fashion, putting cash down, competing with other buyers, and working with much larger properties, making much more money, instead of just like, going 1 inch at a time, one tiny little property in Texas at a time. So I was just kind of getting impatient. And I'm just impatient. But you know what? That's why I have a life that I have, because I was just like too impatient, and I was like, I don't want to live, I don't want to be a restaurant waitress for the rest of my life. I don't want to be in this stupid office for the rest of my life. I don't want to be, so like my impatience has also motivated me to go and get the best thing out there. So it's only been 2 months since I've been in Colombia, so it's going to take a much longer time for me to learn as much as I possibly could about raising investment and managing an investment fund and all these things. Learn as much as I possibly could, get my finances in order, get all the numbers and projections I need to get, you know what I mean? And most importantly, gain as much confidence as I possibly could in the process. But so far, from learning myself, and then also from watching Andrew operate, because Andrew's also working with investors for his projects. So these are the things that I've been learning so far. And again, I'm sorry that my hair looks like absolute shit. I'm too lazy to fix it. So anyway, here are some of the things that I've learned about so far in the past couple of months of spending time here and learning as much as I could about raising investment for startups or for real estate projects. One thing that I learned is that investors are clients. Investors aren't sugar daddies. So when they give you money, they're not giving you money to keep. They're giving you money so that you can grow their money for them. So as such, you should never feel comfortable or safe in anybody's investment that they give you to work with. You should have very, very clear boundaries, contracts, legal stuff in place, accountants dealing with your shit. And also, you should never accept anybody's money willy-nilly. You should vet people, because a bad investor could also, they could also ruin the project that you're working on, ruin it for yourself, for all your other investors, ruin your reputation. And in the process, they're still going to want their money back. So you might end up losing a lot of money, time, effort, and other people's money if you have a bad investor. So it's really important to vet the people that you borrow money from, that you either borrow money from or you take their investment money, because those are going to be clients. Those aren't just, it's like having a bad tenant. A bad tenant not only Is it like, are you not going to make money from them because they're going to want their money back, or they're going to want you to like pay for the cost of this and that? You know what I mean? So they're going to take all their money back that they originally gave you. They are also going to ruin your investment. They're going to ruin your property, and they're going to, they're going to cause you to have issues that ruin your ability to keep operating in the future. For example, bad tenant could cause me to have problems with my HOA manager, and then in the future my HOA manager won't want to work with me on stuff because of this bad experience they had with me with this bad tenant. So investors should be treated the same way. They need to be vetted just the same way that they're vetting you as the person managing their investment, as the person that's going to grow their money. So you have to be really careful about like promising anybody anything, and really careful about vetting people. Don't take investment money from someone that isn't really 150% off. Don't take investment money from someone who isn't 150% dedicated to your cause. If it's like some boomer guy that like doesn't really understand what you're doing, like for me, for example, like what I'm doing involves tech platforms, Airbnb and smart home tech. You know what I mean? So an older person might think that that's not reliable. So they might not feel very confident in it, and they might try to sabotage what I'm doing, or try to sabotage my confidence in what I'm doing, just because they don't feel confident because they're older. So that's not the thing that they feel confident in. So maybe I might be able to have better luck, get better investment money, and feel more confident working with a younger person. Better terms, better deal. You know what I mean? Because a younger person might feel more confident in Airbnb, let's say. You know what I mean? They might see that it's processed. So, but at the same time, you're still going to have to work with investors. No matter who you work with, you're going to have to work with people that might not be confident, or might shake your confidence, might doubt you, because if they knew that it was possible, they would have done it themselves. If they had the money, they would be using it to invest it themselves. So of course, everyone is going to have doubts, but some investors might give you a harder time than others. So you have to be really careful. And the other thing that I'm learning is that the way that you are with people is really going to affect their confidence in you. Like if you are 150% exuding confidence in yourself and confidence in your ability to handle things, other people will feel confident in you too. If you have any doubts, like even like the tiniest doubt, other people will pick at it and they'll feel doubt, they'll feel panic, and they're going to want their money back, and they're going to want to pull out. And before you can even do anything, and they're going to sabotage you and everybody else that is investing in you. So before you approach anybody, and this is something that I'm working on myself, this is something that I'm, and I don't even plan on approaching anybody for investment for the next maybe year, because this is something that I want to work on my personality, and I think that I think I can do this, and I think it's like a really important and easy hack. If you can fix your personality, you've done like most of the job with investment. Like, sure, you can bring all the numbers in the world proving that your idea is the best idea, that you're going to make this much money and this and that. You know what I mean? You can bring all the numbers in the world, all the proof in the world you want. But you know what I mean? At the end of the day, all those numbers existed, whether or not you exist. You know what I mean? All that logic in the world existed. All those opportunities existed. Those investors didn't work on those projects. They didn't make that money on their own. You know what I mean? Using that same logic, because they just didn't think to like explore. They didn't have confidence in it. You're selling, when you're raising investment capital for your project, what you're selling is confidence in your project. You're using, there's a human element to it. There's no way to get around it. You're going to have to show extreme confidence. You're going to have to be a salesperson. You're going to have to be so rah-rah and confident in your cause that nobody's doubt can shake you. That's how you're going to do it. And so for me, for the next year, not only do I want to work on learning stuff, learning how to do this capital raising thing, I also want to fix my personality. And by fix, I mean, I want to make my, I like my personality, but I want to become more confident, and I want to become more assertive in setting boundaries and expectations. Because I think if I can learn how to do that, I can protect not only myself, but other people that are investing in me. I can protect them too, because I can say, this is what I need from you. And just because you're having a few doubts today, you can't shake me and all the people that are invested in me. You can't shake that, because it's not fair. That's you. So I want to be able to let people's doubts and emotions and crazy shit just slide off my back. That's what I want to learn how to do. I want to learn how to become so rock solid with my emotions that no matter what person and what negative energy, what crazy shit comes my way, I can just block it off. So that's basically my goal. And yeah, I think I've covered everything basically that I'm thinking about today. 2 things: learning and improving my personality. I think that's the main thing. Because at the end of the day, the numbers explain themselves. The numbers are out there in the internet. Actually, if it was about having the best idea, there are millions of ideas out there on the internet. Why are those investors not just going and doing that themselves instead of paying you to grow their money? You know what I mean? The reason why they're not doing that is because they don't have confidence. What you're selling to investors is an emotional thing. You're not selling them an idea. There's millions of ideas. You're not selling them numbers. There's millions of numbers out there. There's millions of ways to make money. What you're selling them is confidence, is trust. That's what you're selling them. In order to sell somebody trust in you, you have to first build trust in yourself. You have to feel trust in yourself. And I think once you feel trust in yourself, you can sell that to everybody in the world, because that's actually, I think, what people are coming to you for, why they're investing in you, and why they're not just going and doing that shit themselves. Because that shit is easy, especially if somebody else has $1 million. If someone has $1 million to invest, I can think of a million ways to do that. But you know what? They don't feel like doing that. They don't have the confidence to do that at the moment, because maybe they made their money in a different way that they felt confident in. And maybe that way is not accessible to them anymore. Maybe it's too hard. Maybe they're older. You know what I mean? So anyway, that's my thoughts right now. That's basically what I've been learning about raising investment and kind of the trajectory I'm going down. It's a lot of psychology and just basic learning, but mostly psychology. And yeah, hopefully that was helpful for anyone that's kind of going down that route. And if you guys are wondering where I am, Villa de Leyva, Colombia. It's kind of like this small town. It's garden. You can't really tell, but it's really pretty, and it's almost like this picturesque movie type of thing. And I don't know how much longer we're gonna be here. We might actually go to Bogota next. We might go down south, maybe go to Ecuador, check that place out. I just want to see as much of the world as I can now that I have a chance. And also because it's all just cheap to live in, so why not? So I will see you guys later. Bye.